Wondering about some of the biggest behind-the-scenes facts for HBO's latest TV sensation? Well, so are we. Stick around while we go behind the camera and uncover some of the most interesting and fun facts regarding the making and response of House of the Dragon Season 1. Let's see if you knew any of these already. Number 11. Actress Olivia Cooke was hungover on her first day on set. We're sure everyone and anyone would feel nervous for their first day on the set of the highly anticipated TV spin-off. Well, imagine adding a splitting headache and the urge to violently throw up, because that's what the show's Olivia Cooke probably had to endure on top of everything. Yep, it turns out that the actress, who portrays the older incarnation of Alison Hightower, had one too many the night before her debut in front of the show's cameras. During an appearance on Jimmy Kimmel's talk show, the British star revealed that before her first day, she was on the podcast of British comedian Alan Carr. And she brought with her a bottle of wine as a gesture, knowing her call time the next day wasn't until 11 a.m. Once recording was finished, the pair drank and gossiped, and everything got out of control. The actress is said to have not remembered getting home, and woke up finding that she even had a chip in her tooth. Cooke mentioned it's something she's never done before.
It was amazing, and I was very hungover, really bad, actually, really bad.
Well, something tells us she won't do it again either, although she still acknowledged that her first day was still amazing. Number 10. Matt Smith was always the top choice for Daemon. Is it his look? Is it his acting ability? Are the writers big Doctor Who fans? Whatever it was, it got Smith noticed for the show. When writing the role of Daemon Targaryen, the minds behind the show knew who they wanted for the cunning, sword-wielding prince. And it came in the form of the man who gave us the bow-tie-wearing 11th Doctor, before going on to build up an impressive resume. Apparently, they couldn't imagine anyone else in the role, and boy are we thankful that it all fell into place. From the first episode, Smith proved to give one of the strongest characters of the show and stole the limelight for a whole bunch of his scenes throughout the first season. Number 9. Two actresses were told to avoid each other for the sake of the show. It isn't often that people would actually be told they shouldn't be around someone, but that did happen to be the case for Millie Alcock and Emma Darcy. With both actresses portraying the main role of Rhaenyra Targaryen, but at different ages, the show's director Miguel Sapochnik suggested that the pair steer clear of each other during production, and it actually does make sense as to why. The director didn't want the two actresses to subconsciously begin copying each other's performances, instead wanting them to trust in the performances that got them both the roles respectively. It's all in the name of art, ladies. Number 8. Olivia Cooke originally auditioned for a different part. It's not unheard of in the world of auditioning that someone would end up auditioning for more than one role, but the two main female roles? Hats off to Miss Cooke. During an appearance on the British podcast Private Parts, Cooke revealed that she actually originally auditioned for the role of the older Rhaenyra. After this, she was then considered for Alicent. She then auditioned for Rhaenyra again before being considered for Alicent again too.
I auditioned for Rhaenyra, and then I auditioned for Alicent, then I auditioned for Rhaenyra again.
After a torturous 6 weeks of being put on hold, of course she bagged the role of Alicent, and Emma Darcy stepped into the role of Rhaenyra. Number 7. The Iron Throne was given a new design. The throne that seats the ruler of Westeros is a pinnacle prop in the world of Game of Thrones, and so its presence was still going to be felt in this series. Well, we got that and then some. The throne is actually given a new design for the show, and if you knew that already, you have a good eye. But do you know why? Well, the minds behind the show wanted to make the throne's appearance be closer to the description that's given in George R.R. Martin's original novels. To that end, the throne's designed to be much larger than in Game of Thrones, and is also built to be asymmetrical. Number 6. The show's first episode broke a record for HBO. We all knew that this show was going to be a hit, but that much of a hit? With just under 10 million views tuning in to watch the pilot, The Heirs of the Dragon, when it first aired, it earned itself the title of most watched series premiere in HBO's history. Not only that, but the show that this spins off from, Game of Thrones, saw a huge spike in streaming in the weeks leading up to this very episode. There's hype, but then there's hype. Number 5. The season was one of the most expensive produced by HBO. You can tell how much faith the network has in a show by how much production budget they throw at it. And by the looks of things, they had a lot of faith in House of the Dragon. The overall budget for this first season was actually just under $200 million, which works out at just under $20 million per episode. Yeah, it may not seem all that huge in comparison to the likes of The Rings of Power, which had a whopping $465 million production budget for its recent first season, but it is definitely one of the most expensive shows HBO have come to produce. Head back to 2011, and would you believe it? Game of Thrones' first season cost only $6 million per episode. How viewability and a few Emmys can change everything, right? Number 4. Olivia Cooke binge-watched Game of Thrones to prep for her role. Watching TV and movies, it must be one of the best things for actors when prepping for a role, especially if it's set in an established world. That's exactly what our main Alicent Hightower actress did. Once she knew that she'd won the role of the Queen of Westeros, Olivia Cooke was quick to immerse herself in the world that House of the Dragon set in.
I watched it after I got the job because
Gotcha.
I didn't want to get too invested. Yeah.
She binge-watched all 8 seasons to get her head around the tone and story. Cooke has said that though family and friends had told her to watch it in the past, she never felt the immediate need due to liking to do things at her own pace. Well, you didn't need to catch 8 seasons worth of research, in fact, Miss Cooke. We could have filled you in on everything much quicker. Shock murders, a lot of sex, some dragons, a lot of plot lines. Bran ends up on the throne. Ed Sheeran has a useless cameo. There you go. Number 3. The show took 10 months to shoot. Yep, you can be sure that there was no rush to get everything in the can for this one. Yes, production was in full swing for almost a whole year, likely due to the stakes being so high for the highly anticipated spin-off. And so everyone behind and in front of the camera were sure to make sure everything was set for a smooth landing when debuting on our screens. Though that's still a long time to film, especially for actors, and apparently it may have been quite intimidating with Matt Smith on set. Showrunner Ryan Condals commented on how Smith really goes deep into the role of Daemon, saying, "If you get to know Matt, I'd suggest you do it when he's out of costume, because there's something that happens when he puts on that wig." Yeah, 10 months of that. Yikes. Number 2, Matt Smith was injured on set. Every show can be prone to an accident or two, but this sounded like a painful one. While doing a stunt in Portugal, Smith actually ended up hitting a disc in his neck. Like a true professional, Smith soldiered on and was able to finish filming for the rest of the season, but did have to go to physical therapy as a result of it. The actor isn't unfamiliar with big injuries, really, with a back injury actually causing him to give up a growing soccer career in his youth, which, ironically, turned him to acting. Thankfully, this injury didn't bring his acting career to a halt. Poor Matt Smith. If only he could, if only he could regenerate. Number 1. The pilot alone won the show a second season. No easy feat, but with a 10-month shoot of prioritizing the show's quality, what more could you expect for one of the most hyped shows of 2022? Yes, a mere 5 days after the airing of the pilot episode, it was announced that the episode alone had reached viewership numbers of approximately 20 million across all of HBO's platforms. Thanks to this, HBO swiftly gave the guys and gals behind the show the nod to crack on with getting a second season into production. Did you know any of these behind-the-scenes facts already? Know any others that we may have missed? Amaze us by letting us know in the comment section below. If you're looking for more videos centered on House of the Dragon's first season, make sure to head to our channel and browse through the other topics we cover.